Hey, I'm Tom, and I'm a miniature sculptor who likes to share my love and knowledge of miniatures so others can do the same. It's been a little while since I posted a video, which is fitting considering the video I'm about to share with you is very much long in coming. Today I'm going to share with you a great time I had with my friend Keith Lowe, who I worked on with Myth and Mercs and several other projects over the years. Recently, Myth Journeyman finished fulfilling the remaining miniatures. It was a long time coming. I think a lot of people probably thought it was never going to happen, but guess what? It did. And it was amazing because I did so many miniatures for that line for Myth. And many of them I thought I wouldn't ever see in physical form, in production, and in everyone's hands. So I'm very excited to be able to share this very special edition of a Sculpting Archives, if you will, with my good friend Keith. Let's get into it. But before we dive in, I wanted to take a moment to tell you about the Ultimate Quick Start Guide to Sculpting Miniatures. You can get this guide by clicking the link down in the description below. It's not this tiny. I printed out a micro one because I thought it'd be fun to share it on these videos. But if you download it, you can get a full-size PDF and you can print it out 8.5 by 11. You could probably even scale it up if you had a larger format printer. Or you can just read it on your computer screen. Zoom in. It's a neat little thing that I put together that is designed to break down my videos and make getting into sculpting a little more digestible. And I hope it helps you on your journey. All right, let's get on to the video. All right, let's dig in and see what's in the box.
Do it. Okay.
Freshly open. This has been completely undisturbed.
Right.
Keith just cut it open. There's a spider. Is that from China or Germany?
I don't know the origin of this spider. Yeah, cool.
Look at that. This is the new. This is to come Myth stuff. This is not
so.
Myth. That's something else.
Right. Aventuria.
Yeah. Oh, push it down so you can see it.
Hey,
there you go.
You can't see it. There we go. Yeah. Hopefully this is the next stage in Myth. It has arrived, and it has been a long time waiting. So congrats to everyone to get it. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, we're pulling this back. We have stretch goal 1 and 2.
Is there something underneath? I can't remember. It's just the two bags. I did open mine already. Okay. And peeked at it a little bit.
So you want to pull
2 bags.
One out?
Yeah, let's do
one.
bag
and
one.
Let's go one, and then we can do.
Let's see what we have.
Okay.
Can't remember. This is a giant mixture of sculptures.
Oh my goodness.
Several that I've done. Many more by other awesome artists. But all these you concepted, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I think most all of them.
I'm just trying to remember if there were there any concepts that other people did? I know I did some preliminary on some of these dwarf guys, but you did the finished illustrations on those.
Yes, I did all.
These are all sealed.
The illustrated images, and those. I think most of the art you can find in the big book, or at least a vast percentage of it, if you pick that up. So. I got to think about where the camera is position-wise. All right, well, let's open up. Let's open up a bag here.
All right, what do you got? You can tell these are heroes because they're light colored plastic. The heroes are always light. We've got.
These are the martial artists.
Yes, these are the female ones, and then these are the male alchemists. Is that the original name?
I believe so.
So yes. This would be the base one. Or is that the second level? That's probably second level.
His hair is crazier, so he's got to be the upgrade.
Yeah.
You get more crazy as you become more alchemisty.
These two were sculpted by Jason Wiebe.
Yeah.
Fantastic work. And I want to point this out just because it's been some time. Pretty much all of these, not all of these, were done traditionally sculpted before so many people started to switch over into digital. But there are a couple. I think there are a couple in this batch, in the 1 and 2 bags. Now, these are 2 I did. Love doing these.
These are great.
It's one of my favorite things about sculpting for Mercs is the amount of female miniatures I was able to do. It just didn't come up a lot in my work and commissions, and they were so fun working from Keith's Concepts, getting so dynamic, doing a lot of interesting things. I don't remember the other names for the
there was a monk and there was like a Sifu.
Oh yeah, Sifu. Yes.
I can't remember.
Fun. All right, what's next?
There's some more heroes here.
Yeah, let's do more heroes. I like that because I did a lot of the heroes.
Absolutely. Here, I want you.
All right, let's press into these ones. This is a whole big batch. This is probably, this looks like the Journeyman versions of the base heroes. I did not do all of these. These are the... I'm blanking. What's the Rat Man's? He was the...
he's the Brigand.
Brigand. I wanted to say Bandit. I knew that was wrong. These were sculpted by James Van Schaik.
Let's see. Brigand, Tactician, and Shadow were the two.
Yes.
So that was the light and dark paths.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's not just upgrades. It's upgrades and the different paths.
Right. Did you do him?
Yes,
I think you did him.
Swashbuckler. I love that, or whatever the next level.
I think he was
Buccaneer, maybe? Or
Pirate?
I loved... I am not a pirate fan. I don't get into it, but man, I had so much fun sculpting those guys.
I know you did these two lads here. These were the soldiers.
Hit the soldiers 2 paths.
Doing like a little finger rotation here.
We did those. And then I did these guys as well, the Acolytes.
Yeah, those guys are lovely.
I really love this one, the light path. They're both cool though. Gotta do the heat treatment to unbend things, but it's okay. I think did I do a video about that?
You did.
I think it's still out there, so
you did.
if anybody needs assistance, they can go to that the Old Myth channel and check that out. I'm sure most people know how to deal with that though.
Yeah.
Right. And what we got here? That is the Archer.
Girl. That's right.
I think that's and I did not do these. I'm thinking James Van Schaik did these. He did so many of these. He really was like the pinch hitter. He just knocked it out, and there were so many figures to do.
When you go to the dark side, you just shoot guns. You don't even bother with arrows anymore. The black powder.
Oh, I forgot about this guy.
This is
that was Apprentice.
Yes, that's right.
Wait, is this an Apprentice? No, that's the Apprentice. I thought for a second I grabbed
the
same
Necromancer.
Yeah.
So there's the light and dark path for those
so
two
these
guys.
are 2 more than I did. I like doing that guy making. I always like doing different things where they're kind of floating.
It's great.
Different effects while still making it a plausible miniature.
And then you did this one too, right?
That's the female. What were they? Outsider.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, she.
Those were really cool to sculpt too, because the concepts you did for them were so dynamic. There's so much action. I need to start revisiting some of these styles when I'm doing stuff, because one thing that I think we did really well, it's always there's a positive and negative side to getting too dynamic, to where you can make the figure look a little too diminutive or a little too engaged in what they're doing, so they don't work as role-playing miniatures or whatever. But I feel like we struck a really good chord of having them look like they could be in various moments while still being really dynamic.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's in the next bag.
Do this on camera here. Whoops. Getting crazy. Getting crazy. Oh, here we go.
Now this pack should have some duplicates. Yep.
Yes.
I'll sort those while Keith talks about some things.
Let's see. These guys, these were the Minion characters. She was I want to say she was a captain. So he was a Minion and then she was a Minion. Okay, they are the thieves, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I just love the kind of ragtag costumes of these characters. The body of this one, I think, is interesting too. I think from a profile kind of standpoint, you get like a really different kind of body type. These characters, kind of big hands, big gloves, Nice big head, and then she has like a slightly different silhouette. The silhouettes on these are always so good. The silhouette's really translated beautifully to this. You want that really clear read when you can get that where it's just, there's a very clear shape, there's nice negative space underneath her arm here. I use my finger to kind of make it a light value. I like her hair too. Her hair's kind of got this like mohawk thing going on. She's great. And then here, if you want to grab the boss
the
guy.
captain?
Yeah, this one was the captain. This nice little fabric coming behind her.
Oh! James Van Shake sculpted all of this whole
great.
set as
It's a
well.
great set.
This was, I remember, I think it turned out very well. One of the things that you did with Myth is had the kind of small, medium, and large for all the monsters. And so that was a little challenging knowing that these are supposed to be humans and making a boss that's clearly bigger. But I think it worked out really well. It kind of gives like a Kingpin vibe rather than him just looking like a giant straight up.
Yeah, I mean, there was always meant to be kind of a height distinction between even a human hero and a human kind of minion, kind of keeping that sort of smaller sort of stature. So even though they're the same, race, you still clearly distinguish that a human has a more heroic kind of a scale. Look at this face-off. These guys are so ready to go at it. Look at this silhouette. This silhouette's so good. Good stuff. Okay.
All right.
Here, I'll give you the choppers. And
Okay.
you can go after picking up a bag. It's a big boy.
Oh, these guys are fun. Maybe I might pre-cut these for the next bag. Speed us up a little bit, but these were so cool. These, I believe, were all sculpted by Chris Lewis.
The
TikTok. Yeah, this was such a fun. Just such a fun, cool, different sort of look. A little bit of steampunk, but kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
There was just so much action, and Chris did an amazing job of show off those big guys. Chris did an amazing job of getting action and really bringing a lot of life to these figures, which came right out of your art. And these were all digital, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That really served it well for these two to have all these nice hard shapes, to have really clear information.
Yeah, but he did a fantastic job of not making them look really boring and simple. This one's so fun. I forgot that it's supposed to be like made up of all these.
It is.
So there's a little bit of that guy. There's a little bit of that guy.
So his
guy in the middle.
Yeah, his right arm here. Hold that guy.
Okay.
His right arm there. Was really just him. This is his upper body, and then we scaled up a little bit the size of the components. There was the key from this little bloke behind it, back there, and then I think the bouncy part. Was there another minion that had the bouncy, or was that just
have to make up? You had to make up
invent
some stuff.
Was there any?
But I think it's on this side. There might be some from that guy. Maybe not.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, the head was supposed to flip back and reveal some kind of something like this. This came over the top. I wish I could remember which guy did that.
Yeah, that might be in one of the art somewhere. Like one of the action ones. Yeah, there's the guy that's in the middle.
Oh, here's the guy on the bottom.
Yeah. This little guy.
Yeah, I thought this turned out nicely, the way we were able to kind of make those little narrative connections. And you're trying to just have little narrative hooks. I just think it makes the whole experience richer when you sort of see those little bits of intent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, these are
bosses.
These are bosses.
Two bosses.
This one is for Clockwork.
Right.
This was sculpted by James Van Shake because he's more organic. We didn't have him done totally digitally.
Right.
But this one, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, he rides a vehicle that's somewhere in here.
We'll find that later. We're going to put this to the side, and we'll show you how that works. I'm pretty sure it's in one of the other bags.
Right.
But then this other boss, this was the slime boss.
Yeah.
These were awesome. This, again, too, was totally digital.
Yeah, right.
By Chris Lewis. And, again, did a fantastic job of incorporating, like, little details here, tons of blobbiness. Maintaining the form, and really did a great job of translating.
This little sword in here, there's just like that little piece, and then this is some kind of a, what is that? Some sort of
a shield,
some
crystals,
something.
There's a shield there.
It just had to absorb a
and
lot
then
of
little
stuff.
faces.
There's little skulls or something creepy in
I
there.
forgot there was something like on the inside too, like it had eaten a bunch of people or something. Yeah, very cool figure, very substantial.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of plastic right there. Here's, I think, more slimes. I can see
that's
them
from
from the.
Yeah.
Here's one. This is fun. I love how this kind of has this like face.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. There's like two different.
It's like a mouth that's kind of opening.
Dude, this guy, who's
this dude?
That's the other.
Oh yeah, he had the little helmet. I love the little helmet on there. It almost makes heads for them.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was our intent.
I
It
like
had a face, but not a face.
I like the concept you did for this because it was kind of like, did he just eat somebody and the helmet's there, or does he want to be a person?
Right. He's trying to figure it out.
It's just kind of silly.
Did we do? There was two, right?
Yeah, you did
two
this
slimes.
one, and
Okay.
there's the other one.
This guy was creeped out. I think he had like a crystal.
Oh yeah,
Crystal weapon. Nice nasty claw. And this guy's pretty horrifying. He's got like the drip.
Did these
this
guys
drip
evolve? Do you remember? I can't remember if they like grouped up into new things or if they maybe they did. Just
yes, I think they could do that. I think they're sort of gameplay component. Ooh, that's creepy. There's a skeleton in there.
Yeah.
So I think they could like combine into a into these different things. So that was another little narrative tie-in from the.
Yeah.
Very fun. All right, and we have.
Oh, I forgot about her. Who's the? Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not Agent. She was one of the character villains.
Yeah.
She was, I think, earlier on in the thing.
I don't remember.
And I want to call this guy Ezekiel or Azrael or something like that, but that's not his name. It's just probably just because he's an angel. The Fallen.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna go look.
No, you're good.
You talk about the concepts.
Yeah, I drew a picture for this guy, and I remember liking it very much. I don't remember what the intent was.
Here we go.
What's it? Who is he?
Horastiel.
Horastiel. What a fun name.
And then
It's kind of this like.
Tradia. How could we forget that? Oh man.
So these are these all agents?
Yes,
Okay.
these are special named agents.
So they're all sort of one-off characters that could kind of have their own sort of flavor. They could feel like they were not necessarily a part of a specific team and could be independent visually, how they wanted to look. So
This was sculpted by James Van Schaik, and I
the wings.
can't remember.
Cool.
I don't think this. I can't remember. I'll have to check to see if I sculpted. It was either myself or James Van Schaik sculpted this one. There's certain things about it that makes me think it was my work, but it could be his. It's amazing. Like I remember at the time of sculpting all these figures, thinking, oh man, this is the biggest thing I ever do. I'm never gonna. It's gonna stay with me forever. And as 8 years later or whatever, I'm like, I think I sculpted that.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Time, is removed from it. It's amazing.
Ooh, yeah.
This was Medusa, and then this was a sister to a character from the Shores of Canis.
That's right. That's
So
right.
she was like, they kind of had this. Look, there's a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of snakes.
This was sculpted by Patrick Keith.
Okay.
Did an awesome job. He did the the Mer people, whatever the actual faction name was. Sorry, I'm not more prepared. I'll try and pop it up when I get to editing this video. Great expression on that face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this guy is a fun. Oh,
I didn't do too many big
the
ones.
Fireborne.
Not my forte, but I did get to do a few, and this one was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, okay, you did that.
I did.
Yeah, this
that
was
Alania.
she.
That's when she turns.
Yeah, she
She's
becomes the
girl.
villain.
I think the little girl figure is in the other.
This is great. The way you made it look
Exactly.
elevated.
Yes,
by
that's what I was
using the
talking
fabric
about.
to kind of make it look like the character is levitating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved doing both of these
creepy.
figures and starting with one and having transition to a
Mm-hmm.
new form like that. That was a lot of fun.
And then we have this giant guy. He was super fun.
I think it was called the Terror. Does that sound right?
I don't
I'll look
remember.
it up.
Okay, Tom's checking. Yeah, I love the sort of the way the head is lower down the torso, and there's kind of this
Taraxis.
Taraxis. What a good name! You really have some really good names.
I keep trying to remember. Sorry, if
No, you're good. I like all the I think the difference between you sculpted him, right?
I sculpted
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I love how you did the different textures and indicated a transitional. How do I hold it in camera? A transitional point from here to sort of flesh back to scale to armor, and so there's a lot of a sense of kind of movement between, contrast of texture, which is really lovely.
I love how that club turned
The
out.
club is super, super rad. He's cool. I feel this guy. He's like substantial.
Very cool.
Great figure, great pose. I love the arm. The right arm is so boss. I love this like arm kind of coming out. This great. I mean, that fist is so good, dude. That open palm.
I talk about it all the time. It was all of my myth sculpting that really taught me hands. Keith would always you'd always do such great expressive poses and things. And I'm like, oh, okay, well,
yeah.
I knew you would let me cheat it if I really wanted to. I'm like, no, I'm going for it. We're gonna do it. And
Good. Kept such a good job. Okay.
All right, here's the last bag for stretch goal 1.
It's the Fireborne Minions.
Yes, and Captain, I
Wait a
think.
minute. No, I'm
Well, these are Razor.
No, these are Razor
Fiends.
Fiends. That's right.
But these are Dragon. They call.
Yeah, this was the
Fireborne.
Dragon race, but the so we made a Razor Fiend in the first version, and then this was like a race that was kind of built on that sort of afterwards. So he was an exclusive, if I remember.
Yes.
And then we sort of built there was kind of a race. Well, I don't know if it was a 1-to-1 race. These were like Razor Fiend, these little bitty guys, which was fun to revisit this. And the idea was that they sort of rolled up. So this is him and his sort of. He's like a little baby. He's like a baby Yoda. Like the baby, like a little cutie guy, a little cute Razor Fiend that you'd have, in your house, and then he rolls into a ball of razors and kills you. This is why we're not, wild animals are not pets. So it
I
kind of
can't find the. It's probably in there somewhere, but yeah, you're right. Those were totally like Razor Fiendlings or something like that.
And then this was a dragon dude, which I thought was super cool. I really liked.
Did we do more than just the one, or was it just this guy?
Well, we did dragons. I don't remember if this dragon
Or
was.
maybe this was the captain for these, because they were supposed to kind of be related. Like they all kind of fell under the dragons, if I recall.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure I'll be corrected by the
I will.
people who really know. It's been a while.
Very fun.
But yeah.
Very fun.
Also, all of these sculpted by James Van Schaik.
Right.
And I'm just making sure I remember to credit everybody. So, all right, let's get bag, clean this up, and we'll get to bag 2. All right, here's stretch goal bag 2. I believe there's some. Ooh, that was a big.
That was a
thud.
big. That was a big one right
something
there.
big in
Big
here.
thud.
Right.
Yeah, we know what that
Save
one
that
is.
for last.
Sure.
Oh, I put away. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
I was looking real quick to see if the Clockwork Boss was in here, but I think it might not be. So I guess we won't be able to show off how the boss and his little ride work together. But that's okay. I can't remember.
Okay.
So that's that was a was that
He's
a
a
judge?
He's a
from
Mercs character. Yeah, no, he's not the judge. He's the.
That's right. The judge just had the pistol.
Oh crap! What's this guy? He was like the leader dude.
But we had a couple characters that transferred between
That's
the two
right.
lines.
Oh, what's his name? I don't remember.
I can't remember what he was called in Myth. Oh yeah, we had the Inquisitor.
Maybe that's
This
No.
guy is
Oh,
the Tribunal.
Okay.
I can't remember if he was called that in Myth or Mercs as well, but he definitely was called
Yeah.
that in Myth.
Yeah, for sure. And then this is Lucy when
Lucy.
she is.
Yes, that's her name.
She is not unhappy.
The unhappy version is called Avatar of Shadow. So
Lucy.
this is probably what made me realize that I liked sculpting more innocent, childlike characters, which led to the goblins and things like that. It's a lot of fun capturing that, especially after doing so many warriors just over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something different.
Mhm.
Okay. What's this? Ooh, this looks horrifying.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think it's
Cyclops.
creepy.
And so I sculpted those for other 2 miniatures. This was sculpted by Derek Miller, who did a fantastic job on the Cyclops. Were they called Cyclops, or do they have a different name? I can't remember. Cycline, yes. Is this a
Symbio? I think their race was Symbio, and then they had different sort of variants of Cycline, Cyclops,
and this is like a special one though too, because I don't know if this is I can't remember if it's an alternate captain or just something special, because there was the big the captains had the clubs.
Right. This might have been a commander.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was.
He's super creepy. His back creeps me out. I mean, I drew it creepy, so I have no one to blame. But it's pretty horrifying. I think they like dropped off of him. Pretty gnarly.
Derek had a very cool sculpting technique. He actually sculpted his miniatures in wax.
Wow.
For the most part.
Okay.
A little bit of putty and stuff from now on for certain things, but if I recall, but primarily in wax, and it was just fantastic. All right, what's next? See what these guys are. These more commanders. Are these commanders? or are these or if these were commanders.
This is Nosferatu. Okay, so this is an undead. Yep, this is an undead commander.
Yeah.
Super fun little dude here. He had like little potions, I think.
Sculpted by James Van Shake. Yeah, he did something with those, I think, in the game. He had some different attacks.
Oh yeah, I love this guy.
Almost all of these are sculpted by James Van Shake.
I love the opportunity to revisit the old races and kind of do something different. So this was like a mage, like an orc.
That's right, because you would do the whole thing and then
orc. We can't call them orcs. We had to call them something different.
It was something different. I mean, we knew they were orcs, but
that's right.
Or
the grubbers and the muckers. Yeah, that's it.
They were tribal.
Yeah, like,
grubbers is what I always remember throwing around. Yeah.
We were sitting in a hotel, and we were like, one evening we were trying to name these. This is back from the first myth, and we were like, we can't call them.
That's Elder Mataka, officially.
This is like a crazy miniature here. I thought this was a super. This was fun because it was a spider, but spiders are already wonderful and terrifying, but we kind of got the head component that matched the sort of visual narrative of the original. What were they called?
Arachnids?
Yeah. What was the name of the insect? Crawlers. That's right. Crawlers. So this has kind of the crawler head on it, which makes it certainly it's a spider in so many ways, but it kind of maintains the integrity of that, so it looks like a crawler here, like an expanded version. I love these blades. Gross thing.
And this is another.
Did we call this Tom?
Yeah, I was going to see if you were going to say that or remember that. I don't know if I wanted.
It doesn't look like
I sculpted this.
I mean, you're built like him, but that's where it is.
There's a secret reason.
What is it?
You don't know it?
I don't remember.
I don't know if I'm comfortable.
You don't have to say if you don't want to.
Let's see if anybody gets to this part of the video, and if they
put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments, and I will confirm if you get the right answer. Otherwise, I'm not telling anybody why. So, it is possible to figure it out on your own potentially, but
okay,
yeah,
I love the mystery.
I don't remember. He was a commander, maybe for the undead or something.
He was there was an infected. He was an infected. The infected.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Another Mercs myth crossover group. Let's keep jumping to the bad guys.
Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, okay.
So this is all. I think this is all Patrick Keith.
Yeah. These guys were really fun. They were like a bunch of crab type characters, so there were a lot of sort of textures and a lot of colors for these kind of
I always love seeing people paint them up because the colors and dynamics you had going on were so fun and different. They were just bright and sometimes pastel, just very different than all the other factions.
Yeah, these were fun in that way.
And I got to give a big thank you to Patrick for working through this. This was one of my earlier miniature directing things, and I put him through the paces a bit to get certain things that we wanted with these figures, and he was a trooper, and he got it done, and they turned out great.
Very cool. Big crab hands and then this gal here.
Sla Yagnoth. Maybe Ignoth.
Something. She's a...
So many scales, a lot of textures.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, we'll move these.
Let's do some heroes before we
out of the
do
way.
the finale.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a mix of people again, but
Right.
there's several. Let's see. So we've got.
Yeah,
We're gonna have male and female. A lot of these are base heroes. Oh, there's another pirate. More pirates. More thieves. Yeah, so many.
A lot of miniatures.
Yeah, so many miniatures. These look like they might all be. Yeah, this might be the bag. Well, they might be. Oh, yeah, these are all female with a slight exception. So these would have been the female versions of the Acolyte Journeyman upgrade. So light and dark.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Acolyte was one of my favorite things to sculpt. I just loved the.
Great character.
Yeah, I loved some of the details. All right, so let's see. We were talking about acolytes.
This is another of the outsider characters.
Outsider, yes, that's the name. There should be. I wonder if there's one
Look at
other
this
one
guy. He's blocking
in
it.
here for. Oh, here it is. Now, so most of these are going to be the.
This will be the journeyman level, I believe,
Yeah.
for these characters.
Journeyman,
so he starts
so-
to get a little more armor on his body.
Yeah.
He's not running around just in his PJs. Not a good idea. There we go.
These are cool. And then got some pirate folk.
Mhm.
Oh, this. So this is the base one. This is
You did these, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I did these. I did the previous ones as well.
Yeah.
This is one of the favorite miniatures I've ever sculpted. When I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
I love the low tech pirates.
Mhm.
Her and the counterpart that came in the
Yeah.
Shores of Canis. I don't know. I really fell in love with the trappings of the pirate with these two designs you made. There's the upgraded one, the actual pirate or whatever we end up calling it.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep dropping things.
It's okay. They can take it.
These ones were a blast too.
Yeah.
The mongoose. That I thought that was so fun how you decided to make the other soldier just a mongoose. Like,
Yeah.
why is it a human? Let's just make it something else.
Early on, Brian was really hoping we would do something kind of different with creatures a little bit, and it was so easy to go to the automatic response of just let's make a this or let's make a this, and so there was a good internal kind of push to let's try this. I think it let it be unique enough, have its own flavor, but still familiar, I think, to the world of fantasy. So this is great. I love that pose.
Yes.
The shield up.
I sculpted these ones as well. Let's see, what else? Oh, I don't recognize this. This must be James Van Shake. This is
I think it's a thief. I think the,
Oh, that's right,
the
'cause this
thief
is-
was human for
that's
the
right.
female,
Yep.
and this was the counterpart. Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. I'll get you. I'll put that in the other paw here, because I'm holding it like an ogre.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Yeah, these were sculpted by James Van Shake.
Yeah. Not a nice movement.
Nice.
And like
Yeah,
this
this
sort
one.
of this kind of arcing move. This like you can sort of feel.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it like swing through the air, and the cloak kind of follows. A lot of great kind of narrative through the movement of that.
Yep. And then we've got two different apprentice.
What do you call the weaver?
Yeah, one was the Weaver and Elementalist.
Okay, that's right.
Yep,
Yes.
you can see on this one. I don't know if
Yes.
I call it on the other one, but
The
you
different
see
elements,
some
right?
Fire there, and I think that's rock. Yeah, so that was cool. I like getting to do that. I really enjoyed these ones.
This is
too.
fun too. That little elemental component
Yes.
there, sculpted in there, just to give a.
And it looks like there's a bag of elemental stuff we'll pull out here in a second.
Okay.
And then we've got
This was
the last ones.
Those was the archer's upgrade. So these were the journeyman archers.
Yes, these
Light and dark.
James did both of these as well.
Very Legolas here with the pulling out the blade
Yeah,
to
oh,
get
yeah, there's
melee
going
combat.
there.
Yes. His hair is glorious. I mean, if you're gonna go dark side, you just grow out your hair, let it flow. Okay. Whoop, throwing them around.
Here's the other.
Okay.
I actually think I did sculpt
yeah,
one of
I love
those.
these
Yes,
two.
yes.
They're
So
great.
that's definitely. I think one of them Sifu.
Yeah, this
Man.
is the Sifu, and then this is the.
Did we call it Master or?
No, he was the first version.
Oh, okay.
He's
Sifu's the-
punchy guy.
Sifu's.
Other direction.
Oh, other direction.
Wait, no, you're right. I'm sorry. So go one more up.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That's cool.
That was the.
Here we go.
The pupil.
Pupil.
They were like floating out of camera.
Yeah, I liked how they both turned out. This was interesting because we actually the design direction you had was they were a little more chaotic, a little more detailed, and they got simpler as they became more refined in their martial arts.
Very lot of Jet Li inspiration for these. This is what's the Jet Li movie where he's the
I almost
not
said
Jet.
the wrong one.
No, not did I say Jet Li?
Yeah, you did. But you're talking about Donnie Yen.
Donnie
right?
Yen, that's right.
Ip
Oh, that
Man.
was
Ip Man?
Man, that's right. Ip
I
Man.
almost said that.
Nope.
I was like, no,
You're
that's
right.
not
No,
Jet
that's
Li. And then these are the final Alchemist characters. This one,
Yeah.
Jason sculpted, and this is the one that I sculpted. I had fun doing that.
Yeah.
This is the advanced one, I believe, and this was the base version, the female one. So many little trinkets and things on these. I like doing the little potion bombs for those. Let's bust out this bag.
Yeah.
Okay, we got these because these have some elementals in them. I don't remember the. Oh, are these just some? Oh, for the necromancer, right? Because. Could the necromancer raise?
yes. The necromancer could bring up these little characters.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there were 3 of them that he could summon.
I do not remember who sculpted these. They might have been Benjamin Mallier's group, but I feel
That's
like
great.
I feel like they weren't
Yeah.
sculpting too much for us at that time. But it looks so much like the original skeletons. It makes me think that.
The elemental could a form. I think that hero could take on this heroic form.
Yes, the fire or the rock. I think both of those were done by Derek Miller.
Okay.
Man, there was so much variety in what you could play out in this game.
And then
I think that was the archer's pet. I think the
Yes,
archer had like
that's right.
this
That's right.
panther-esque thing. I don't recall. I think I sculpted that. Did I sculpt that?
this doesn't maybe remind me of your work.
And I have to
could
double
be
check.
wrong.
If it wasn't me, it was James Van Shake. Yeah, that might be James's.
I had a really hard time with this. I hadn't done a lot of animals, so I think I struggled a little bit with the kind of working through the anatomy on this creature. But it's good stuff.
So it's either not mine because it's James, or it's not mine because I was never that great about sculpting animals, and so it would look very different. Is that an upgraded necromancer thing you
no,
could
this was
summon, or-
another pet-like creature, but I don't remember what his
That would have been
what his
James. I
shtick
believe,
was, what he was
sculpted
about.
that.
Whatever he's doing, he's about to do it because he's pointing at you.
Yeah. All right, let's do that last hero bag before we
Okay.
do the final
Okay, here we go.
unveiling. Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh! I'll talk about.
Oh
that last.
yeah. Let's save that for last. Oh, so
He's
these are
awesome,
a bunch
too.
of allies, right?
This one's-
That's what these
Yep,
are.
yep.
Oh, we got some great things in here, man.
This guy was hilarious. This was, so all allies. He was this like refined grubber character. It's like hilarious looking. I love his shirt. And his like little dainty
What-
drink.
Did you guys just come up with that, or was this a backer recommended thing? Because I know we had a couple of those.
I think these were all just ideas that were pulled from the quests.
Okay,
And then a lot of these quest characters eventually became miniatures themselves. So this was an opportunity to kind of lean into that.
Yeah, that was sculpted by Chad Hoverter.
Okay.
Several of these will be.
Let's save some of these here. She was another ally. She's.
Oh, Sarah, the Mystic.
That may have been.
Is that?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
The other person is. Yeah, I see the other character. I think that's Sarah the Mystic. That was by. Who was this? This might have been Chad as well. I'll have to check. This is Chad or James. I can't recall. That's definitely Chad. I love the tree. Look at that expression and everything.
job.
He did a great job capturing that. This is pretty early in his sculpting career. He was doing a fantastic job even then.
Oh. Is this Marcus?
That is not Marcus.
It's not Marcus? Who's this guy?
Who is that guy? That's a
No, that's right.
shaped
Marcus is from the
sculpt.
first one. Yep, I'm moving around too much. Kind of a classic knight looking
Saw him
character.
a second ago. Where was it?
Sir
Archer. Yeah.
Cool. Is this
Rose
feels like a
shield.
Bob? Did Bobby?
It does kind of look like Bobby's, but
Okay.
I don't think Bobby sculpted
Okay.
any myth stuff. We had him doing tons of mercs.
Here's Nikki.
Nikki the barmaid. This was so fun to do. Nikki, who worked with us, made sure all the orders were going out and helped with shipping logistics and all sorts of other things. It was fun to do it. We did. There was a special scenario, right? Like a bar fight or something.
Yes, there is. There's a game mode. Everybody kind of got. I think people got some opportunity to have a cameo in a game of
That's
some
probably how
kind.
mine
Illustration
really came out.
or a sculpt.
Yeah, because Tom needs somebody, and we don't have anything.
Should have
planned,
done a proper sculpt where you didn't look like a monster or something like that. I think there's still a miniature in there for you. Okay.
These were
The fathers.
the fathers.
Yeah.
Father Josh, Father Andrew.
That's right.
These were so fun to do. It was a real delight getting to do these ones that were like for or of other people because it just see their faces light up. And
Josh and Andrew had been with us from the very earliest days of Merc, and they always were just supporting us and encouraging us and praying for us. And of course, Josh here, it's like a little palm on the back of his head, blessing him. No, he had his vehicle had like an anti-zombie. So funny. Yeah, these guys, such a great godly man.
I sculpted
Those
those
guys.
two and the Nikki. And then this would have also been Chad. This is Alanina, I think is how it's pronounced. Another little lady wizard. Ally. The quest there.
And then this one, you got.
Last but not least, the
such a
Myth
fun one.
Torchbearer, which I actually showed myself sculpting this a few months ago. I found the old footage and posted that up, and I think I talked about sculpting for 20 years, so check that video out if you haven't already. It's nice and safe. But this was so fun. This was...
It was in pewter at first.
Yes, it was
It
given
was
away
an
as pewter.
exclusive from the first Myth Kickstarter, and then it became plastic as an ally in the follow. So
This was the first
Great
Myth miniature I ever sculpted.
great.
I think I actually sculpted it before I even formally joined MegaCon. I did it as a little quick freelance gig.
Such a good one. I love him.
Yeah, I begged Keith to let me sculpt this because I just loved the action of this character. It was such a good design.
I have a distinct memory when the first Kickstarter was happening, and I was at our offices at Brady at the time. And you messaged me when Marcus already came up, and you were like, "You gotta let me sculpt." I have a distinct memory of you reaching out saying, "I want to do that one," and I was like, "Yes, of course! Let's make it happen."
That one. I feel. Did you make Marcus already for Myth, or had you done some?
Oh my gosh!
I feel like
no,
it might have
that's
been
an
in a
amazing
sketchbook.
pull. That was in a sketchbook, and
Yes.
I think
you furthered it, but
taking you all the way back, the Wayback Machine, the first Myth, we were getting into the weeds of stretch goals, and I was like, I don't have any. I mean, it was all of a sudden the pace picked up to this incredible pace. I remember Joanna and I went to bed, and when we woke up, it had done like another $100,000 every year. I mean, we were flabbergasted, and so it was like, make a piece of art. And I was like, I can't. I just didn't have the capacity to produce, and so I was leafing through sketches, and we just put up a piece of drawing from college or something.
I think it was pencil.
A pencil drawing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fine, but I just...
And I recognized
cow,
it
you
immediately
knew it.
because I used to flip through your sketch
Oh my goodness.
leaflets all the time and your books and stuff.
What a wild pull. All right.
It turned out to be a great
It's a
great addition
fun
to
character. He's a great character, too, in the world, is his sort of boisterous narrative.
I had forgotten
Great
too
name.
that in the big book you did a new drawing of him with his helmet off and everything.
Yeah.
Bring a little more character, so he doesn't look like this
Didn't
dark.
put that pencil
mysterious.
sketch in there anymore.
This was sculpted by Dennis Zarnowski from Germany, who did most of the really big, detailed bosses, like the Kraken. This is is this a Frost Dragon? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's an ice dragon and
Ice
all the
dragon,
crystals,
ice dragon.
and I just love the texture. There's so many opportunities to.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Again, silhouette is such a great. For character design, such an important component is there a clear read, and I think it's easy to do that from a 2D point, but then when you go into the round, you're hoping you can maintain the integrity of that clear read. But I think this model, and many of them do retain that nice look. I mean, do they look good from all angles? And I think this one really does. So many of them kind of maintain that. So very nice.
Yeah,
Great
you
shapes.
really had it. It was really great working from your concepts. They always had a good. They didn't always work directly in miniature, but there was always enough there that you could play with, and that we could still capture the essence of those great concepts.
Wow.
All right. Well, that is the end. This is the last one. These are all of the figures that came from the Miss Stretch Goal.
There are others that would have been connected to add-ons and things, and perhaps there'll be a follow-up in the future. We can do those too.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And let us know if you have your figures and how you're enjoying them, and share your memories. And if you're a sculptor like me, don't forget, keep sculpting. I just wanted to end this video by saying a big thank you for Keith for doing this with me. Couldn't have done it without him. It was it just brought the memories to life, and I had such a good time sharing and reminiscing with him. Make sure you go check him out on Instagram at Keith Low Art.